Hello friends, welcome to biology class. So in my previous video, you had studied about kingdom Monera, okay? So which were prokaryotes. Now let us move to the second important kingdom, that is kingdom Protista, okay? So kingdom Protista, they are not prokaryotes, but here they are eukaryotes, okay? So they are eukaryotes and also they are unicellular microscopic organisms. Okay. Now, kingdom Protista is divided into 5 important categories. Okay. The first one here, it is called as chrysophytes. The second one, dinoflagellates, euglenoids, slime molds and protozoans. Let us see them one after another. But before that, this kingdom Protista, as you already know, they have unicellular, but they do not have perfect boundaries, so they are called as taxonomic misfits, means they do not persist or have definite boundaries, but they have collecting link between the higher organisms. Now these are lower forms, they form a collecting link with higher forms, okay? So this kingdom is considered important. Now let us see chrysophytes, okay? So these are unicellular eukaryotic organisms, okay? So unicellular means made up of single cell, and eukaryotic which is having the true nucleus. True nucleus means the nucleus which is having specific boundary. Now second one is called as dinoflagellates. See here, dino refers to two, flagellates refers to having flagella. So these are also found in marine and they are photosynthetic. See here, the word photosynthetic means they can prepare their own food. They are autotrophs. Okay, and see here, they are found in different colors. Different colors means they may be red, they may be blue, they may be yellow, they may be green or orange. How? Depending on the type of pigment in them. Okay, so if they are having red pigment, then they are called as red dinoflagellates. See, if you remember the Red Sea, okay, these dinoflagellates, they have red pigment and they form a shallow like surface on the water, okay, that is the sea, hence it looks like Red Sea. Okay, so depending on the color of the plants, the sea look like that. But it is dangerous because sometimes these dinoflagellates, they secrete certain toxic chemical which mixes with the water, hence that water when consumed by fish, they may die. So this is also dangerous. But in other case, they are marine, that is living in sea, and they are photosynthetic, means they can prepare their own food. Now the third one is called as euglenoids. Okay, so the name suggests euglenoid means they are animals which are examples is euglena. Okay, so they are also minute organisms and they are found in fresh water. Okay, now the fourth one is slime molds. See here, these slime molds are saprophytic. Saprophytic means now they cannot prepare their own food, but instead they depend on dead and decaying organic plants. Dead and decaying means they will depend on them for their food. Hence, if you observe shallow waters or any river streams, there the decayed twig or any plant material which is decayed, these slime molds move according to them. Why? They can extract food from them, and during favorable conditions, these slime molds, they aggregate. Okay, they come together, aggregate and form a structure called as plasmodium. Okay, so this plasmodium, when there is unfavorable condition, it slips. Okay, it splits into many fruiting bodies. Okay, look here. Suppose these slime molds like this, they form a group. Okay, now during favorable condition, now during unfavorable, it splits like this. Okay, means these all are thrown and they are washed away into the water current, and hence they have spores here. Okay, and these spores can again split and develop. So during favorable condition they form like this, during unfavorable condition, okay, it splits and then it is carried away. Now coming to the last one, which is called as the protozoans. See here, proto means first, okay. So these are the first evolved and they are called as heterotrophs. Look here, heterotrophs means they depend on others for their food, not saprophytic. Saprophytic means they depend on dead and decaying matter, but here they depend on living matter, okay. So they are called as heterotrophs, means they depend on other plants for their food. Now these protozoans are divided into again 4 types. First one is called as amoeboid, okay. Second one ciliary, then amoeboid, ciliary, then flagellated and sporozoans. Okay, look here. Amoeboid means depending on their movement. Depending on their movement, amoeboid means they have got the movement, okay, which is because of false foot called pseudopodia. See here, example is amoeba, okay. So amoeba animal, as I think you have already studied in your 10th classes. So amoeba is unicellular organisms which can perform all the function, that is a single cell can perform all different type of systems. Now example is amoeba, and you know the movement of this amoeba is irregular, okay. Imagine a milk packet, okay, a 1 liter packet of milk, okay, that packet is in your hand. If you go on pressing, what happens? The milk goes on displacing. The same way the movement of amoeba is there, okay, and that is called as the amoeboid movement. So pseudo means false. It is not a true feet because it goes on changing its shape. So that is amoeboid. Example is amoeba. The next one is ciliary movement, okay. So ciliary movement means here they are having minute projections which are called as cilia, okay. These organisms possess cilia and it helps in movement. An example is paramecium, okay. So paramecium have cilia all over the body, and the movement, see here, imagine if there is wind blowing through the wheat field, okay, how it moves like this, wavy movement. So cilia also moves like that. Now third one is flagellated movement, okay, having flagella. Finally, this is very important because these are non-motile. They do not have any movement like projections. Hence, they are also called as parasitic, means they cannot prepare their own food. They enter into the host, okay, means another organism for food and shelter. They are very, very dangerous. So they are called as sporozoans. And example is entamoeba, okay. Sorry, example is plasmodium. See here, plasmodium is a very, very dangerous organism, okay. That plasmodium, it spreads malaria, okay. That germ is very, very dangerous. So it is also called as endoparasite. Now these all are coming under protozoans, okay. So today we studied about kingdom Protista, which is divided into 5 important categories: chrysophytes, dinoflagellates, euglenoid, slime mold and protozoans, okay. I think you have understood it. We will see that further in the next video. Thank you.